best news today as Christmas draws closer. A quiet but deeply emotional story has begun to ripple through the hearts of fans around the world. While the festive lights slowly illuminate city streets and the air fills with familiar holiday warmth, Jungkook is said to be preparing something extraordinary. A special Christmas gift meant only for Jimin. Not a gift measured by price or publicity, but one shaped by years of shared memories, unspoken promises, and a bond that has grown stronger through silence as much as through laughter. According to sources close to their inner circle, Jungkook has been unusually reflective in recent weeks. Those who have seen him describe a softer rhythm in his days, moments where he pauses longer than usual, staring out windows or replaying old melodies on his phone late at night. Christmas, for Jungkook, has never been just a holiday. It is a season that reminds him of beginnings, of vulnerability, and of the people who quietly carried him through the heaviest chapters of his life. And among those people, Jimin's name has always been written in the deepest ink. Behind closed doors, Jungkook's preparation for this gift reportedly began long before December. It was not something he could buy on a whim, nor something that could be rushed. He wanted it to mean something real, something that would reach Jimin in a way words often fail to do. Insiders reveal that Jungkook spent weeks revisiting old recordings, handwritten notes, and unreleased demos, pieces of his past that the world has never seen. Each fragment carried a memory, a late-night conversation, a quiet reassurance backstage, or a shared silence that spoke louder than applause. The gift, as it turns out, is not a material object at all. Jungkook is believed to be preparing a private song for Jimin, one that may never be officially released, one that exists solely for the two of them. A song written during the stillness of early mornings and the quiet hours after schedules ended, where Jungkook could finally allow himself to be honest without fear of headlines or expectations. Those familiar with the project say the lyrics are raw, stripped of metaphor, and deeply personal, touching on themes of gratitude, regret, growth, and an unwavering promise to remain by Jimin's side no matter how uncertain the future becomes. What makes this gift even more special is the way Jungkook has approached it. He reportedly insisted on recording the vocals in a single take, imperfections and all, believing that honesty mattered more than technical perfection. The melody is said to be gentle, almost fragile, built around a simple piano arrangement that echoes the warmth of winter nights. There are pauses in the song where Jungkook's breathing is audible, moments where his voice slightly trembles, not because of lack of skill, but because of emotion he chose not to hide. Those who have heard parts of the song describe it as less of a performance and more of a confession. For Jungkook, this Christmas gift is also a form of apology. Over the years, both he and Jimin have carried immense pressure, often sacrificing personal feelings for the sake of professionalism and public image. There were times when words went unsaid, when misunderstandings lingered longer than they should have, and when exhaustion made communication difficult. The song reportedly acknowledges those moments, not with blame, but with understanding. Jungkook expresses gratitude for Jimin's patience, his quiet support, and the way he always seemed to know when Jungkook needed comfort, even when Jungkook himself didn't realize it yet. Jimin, on the other hand, is said to have no idea about the full extent of what Jungkook is preparing. Friends suggest that Jungkook wants to give the gift in private, perhaps on Christmas Eve, away from cameras and noise. A quiet room, warm lights, maybe snow falling outside the window if luck allows. Jungkook doesn't want an audience. He wants a moment. Fans have long sensed the depth of the bond between Jungkook and Jimin, noticing the smallest gestures. A glance held a second longer, a hand placed gently on a shoulder, a smile that appears only in each other's presence. This Christmas gift seems to be an extension of that unspoken connection, a reminder that even in a life surrounded by millions, there are still relationships that remain deeply personal and sacred. What makes this story resonate even more is the timing. Christmas often arrives at the end of an exhausting year, a moment where emotions resurface and hearts feel more exposed. Jungkook, having gone through periods of silence, introspection, and creative pressure, appears to be using this moment to reconnect, not just with Jimin, but with himself. The act of creating this gift has reportedly helped him process feelings he has kept buried, transforming them into something gentle and meaningful. Some speculate that along with the song, Jungkook has also prepared a handwritten letter, something he knows Jimin treasures deeply. The letter is said to be simple, written in Jungkook's own handwriting, filled with memories only the two of them understand. No grand declarations, just sincerity. A reminder of late-night practices, shared meals, quiet laughter, and the promise that no matter how far life pulls them in different directions, their bond remains unchanged. As Christmas approaches, fans may never see this gift, and perhaps that is exactly how Jungkook wants it. In a world where everything is shared instantly, this is one moment he is choosing to protect. A reminder that not every meaningful story needs an audience, and not every gift needs validation. Still, the idea of Jungkook preparing something so intimate for Jimin has already touched many hearts. It reinforces what fans have always believed, that beneath the stage lights and global fame, there are genuine human connections holding everything together. That love, in its many forms, can be quiet, patient, and deeply intentional. So what is the special Christmas gift Jungkook is preparing for Jimin? It is a song that carries years of shared history. It is a confession wrapped in melody. It is gratitude, apology, and promise woven into one quiet moment. And above all, it is Jungkook's way of saying that even as the world changes, even as seasons pass, some bonds remain timeless, like Christmas itself, returning every year to remind us of warmth, connection, and the people who make life feel like home. As the story continues to unfold behind the quiet walls that separate public life from private truth, the meaning of Jungkook's Christmas gift grows even deeper. What began as a simple intention to give Jimin something heartfelt, slowly transformed into a journey through memories that neither of them has ever fully spoken about out loud. In the days leading up to Christmas, Jungkook has reportedly been revisiting places that hold significance only he and Jimin would recognize. Old practice rooms late at night, empty studios where laughter once echoed after everyone else had gone home, and even familiar streets where they walked side by side in silence after exhausting schedules. Each place carries a fragment of their shared history, and Jungkook is said to draw inspiration from these moments as he fine-tunes the final details of his gift. Those close to him describe Jungkook as unusually careful during this period. He checks and rechecks every detail, not out of perfectionism, but out of respect. This gift, he believes, deserves to be handled gently. The song, already recorded, has been listened to countless times by Jungkook alone, often late at night with headphones on, eyes closed. Every listen brings new emotions, sometimes a soft smile, sometimes quiet tears. Yet he never alters the rawness of it. He wants Jimin to hear him exactly as he is. What many don't realize is that this song is not only about the past, but also about the future. The lyrics reportedly speak of uncertainty, of roads that may diverge, and of seasons where distance might grow, but never enough to erase what they've built. Jungkook expresses a promise that no matter how loud the world becomes, there will always be a place of calm where Jimin belongs. It is a reassurance not spoken on stage, not declared in interviews, but whispered through melody. As Christmas Eve approaches, Jungkook's anticipation grows heavier. Friends say he becomes quieter, more introspective, often staring at his phone without unlocking it, as if rehearsing the moment in his mind. He wonders how Jimin will react. Will he smile first, or will he fall silent? Will he listen all the way through, or stop halfway just to look at Jungkook and ask why? These thoughts linger, but Jungkook does not regret his choice. If anything, he believes this is something that needed to be said long ago. Jimin, meanwhile, has been described as sensitive and emotionally open during this season. Though unaware of the gift awaiting him, He has reportedly been nostalgic himself, mentioning memories from early debut days in casual conversations. Friends notice how Jimin often brings up Jungkook naturally, without hesitation, as if their connection exists beyond conscious thought. It is this unspoken closeness that makes Jungkook's gift feel inevitable rather than surprising. The moment Jungkook has envisioned is simple. No decorations that feel forced, no grand setup, just warmth. Perhaps a small speaker, perhaps just shared headphones. The song plays, filling the space between them, and Jungkook watches Jimin's face instead of the floor. For once, he does not look away. This is not a performance. This is truth. Sources say the final line of the song is one Jungkook struggled with the most. Not because he didn't know what to say, but because the words felt too exposed. In the end, he chose honesty over safety. A line that speaks of staying, even when staying is difficult. A line that acknowledges fear, but refuses to let fear decide the ending. After the song, Jungkook is believed to hand Jimin the letter, not reading it aloud, just offering it with both hands, a quiet gesture that says everything he cannot voice. The letter reportedly ends with a simple message, one that doesn't seek reassurance or response, just gratitude for existing, for walking beside him, for being constant in a world that rarely is. What happens next is something only they will ever know. Perhaps Jimin will laugh softly to break the tension. Perhaps he will cry. Perhaps he will say nothing at all and simply sit closer. Whatever the reaction, Jungkook is ready. Because the gift was never about receiving something back. It was about giving honesty without conditions. The Christmas morning arrives. The world outside will continue as usual. Fans will speculate, timelines will fill with theories, and headlines will chase moments that can be captured. But somewhere, away from all of that, a quiet exchange will have already taken place. One that doesn't need confirmation. This story reminds everyone why moments like these matter. In an industry built on spectacle, the most powerful gestures are often invisible. Jungkook's Christmas gift to Jimin is not meant to trend. It is meant to endure, and perhaps that is the most meaningful part of it.